Hello friends, today's topic for discussion is mobile database systems. This is the brief outline which we will be doing in today and tomorrow's lecture. The architecture, data categorization, data management, transaction management and recovery. We will start with the base or reference architecture of client-server model. This is the basic architecture. Base station channels, mobile station channels, home location register, public switching, transport network, all are connected with the base stations and main stations. Now let's discuss some applications of database systems in mobile database systems. Insurance companies, emergency services such as police, medical, etc., traffic control, taxi dispatch, e-commerce applications, and many more. Now some limitations. Limited wireless bandwidth, wireless communication speed, limited energy resource such as battery power, and the security issues, they are less secure. Also the vulnerability of database in mobile systems to the physical activities. They are also hard to make theft proof. Now some capabilities. MDS can physically move around without affecting the availability of data. Also, they can reach to the place where the data is stored. They can process special types of data efficiency. They are not subjected to the connection restrictions. They are very highly reachable or high reachability, and also they are highly portable. Now the objective. The objective of MDS or mobile database systems is basically to build a truly ubiquitous information processing system by overcoming the inherent limitations of the wireless architecture. Let's see some issues in the mobile database systems. First issue is basically the data management issue, in which some other sub-issues are data caching, data broadcast and data classification. Next is the transaction management, which consists of query processing, transaction processing, concurrency control, database recovery, etc. Now we will start with the data management issues. How to improve data availability to the user's queries using limited bandwidth. Possible schemes are: first is semantic data caching, in which the cache contents are decided by the results of earlier transactions or by the semantic data set. The other scheme may be data broadcast on the wireless channels. Now, other issue is how to improve data availability to user queries using limited bandwidth. The other is semantic caching, in which the client maintains a semantic description of the data in its cache instead of maintaining a list of pages or tuples. The server processes simple predicates on the database and the results are cached at the client side. Next is the data broadcast. a set of most frequently accessed data which is made available by continuously broadcasting it on some fixed radio frequency. The mobile units can tune to this frequency and can download the desired data from the broadcast to the local cache. A broadcast is similar to a disk file but is located on the air. The contents of the broadcast reflects the data demands of mobile units. This can be achieved through data access history, which can be fed to the data broadcasting system. For efficient access, the broadcast file uses indexing or some other method. Now, how mobile database systems looks at the database data? Data classification, in which we have location dependent data, and the another one is location independent data. Location dependent data is a class of data, we can say, whose value is functionally dependent on the location. Thus, the value of location determines the correct value of data. The data value depends on the location. For examples, city text, city area, etc. Now, location independent data. It is a class of data whose value is functionally independent of the location. Thus, the value of location does not determine the value of the data. For example, person name, account number, etc. The person name remains the same irrespective of the place the person is residing at the time of inquiry. Example of location dependent data is Hotel Taj has many branches in India. However, the room rent of this hotel will depend upon the place where it is located. Any change in the room rate of one branch would not affect any other branch. Schema is that it remains the same, only multiple correct values exist in the database. The location dependent data must be processed under the location constraints. Thus, the text data of Pune can be processed correctly only under Pune's finance rule. Needs location binding or location mapping functions. Location dependent data also have location binding or location mapping can be achieved through the database schema or through a location mapping table. Now the distribution of location dependent data. The mobile database systems could be federated or a multi-database system. In this, the database distribution or replication, partition, etc. must take place into consideration of location dependent data. One approach is to represent a city in terms of a number of mobile cells, which is referred to as data region. Thus, the Pune can be represented in terms of n cells, and the location dependent data distribution of Pune can be replicated at these individual cells. Now we have concept hierarchy in LDDs. In a data region, the entire LDD of that location can be represented in a hierarchical fashion. For example, the city data can be classified as county 1, county 2 and up to county n. Now these can be further subdivided into subdivision 1, subdivision 2 and up to m times. Now query types in LDDs. Location dependent query, location aware query and location independent query. So these are the three major types of queries which are used in mobile database systems. First is location dependent query. It is a query whose result depends on the geographical location of the origin of the query. For example, what is the distance of Pune railway station from here? The result of this query is correct only for here. Let's assume a situation. Person traveling in the car desires to know his progress and continuously asks the same question. However, every time the answer is different but correct. Requirements for this are continuous monitoring of the longitude and latitude of the origin of the query, which can be easily done through global positioning system or the GPS. Thank you all of you.